Welcome to Shipping Solutions, Export Documentation and Compliance Software. This video explains how to manage user groups and user accounts. These features only apply to the multi-user version of Shipping Solutions. If you want to limit rights for certain users, you can set up different user groups. Click the Admin tab, and then User Groups. The admin group is already set up with full access rights. You cannot change the admin group. If you want all users to have full access to Shipping Solutions, you do not need to create any additional groups. If you want different user groups, however, click Add New, enter a group name, and I will call this one Sales. This top group of boxes controls what the group has access to on the Easy Start screen. I'll explain each box and then show you where it is located on Easy Start. If the Create and Modify Shipments box is checked, the group can create a new shipment and make changes to that shipment. Check the Copy Shipment box to allow the group to copy a previous shipment record. Checking the Submit AES box gives the group access to the AES button at the top of the Easy Start screen and the Submit Data to AES button within the consolidation utility. It allows the group to file your company's shipment information with the U.S. Census Department via AES Direct. If the Submit Compliance box is checked, the group has the ability to run compliance screenings from the Easy Start screen and the Run Compliance Checks button within the consolidation utility. All users, however, also need to be registered for the Export Compliance module and have a username and password. The Export Compliance module includes document determination, export license determination, and restricted party screening. Check the Delete Shipment box to allow the group to delete a shipment. Checking the Change Shipment Options box gives the group access to the Change Shipment Options screen where you can change the shipment number, profile, or search tag. So let's give this group the ability to create shipments and copy shipments. Then let's go to the Easy Start screen and I will point out the various buttons that are controlled by these checkboxes. So I'm going to hit Save and then Close and go to Easy Start. This button corresponds to the Create and Modify Shipments checkbox on the User Group screen. This is the Copy Shipment button. Here is the Submit AES button. The Compliance button corresponds to the Submit Compliance checkbox. Here's the Delete button. And down here is the Change Shipment Options screen. The checkboxes in the lower section of the User Group screen control access to the databases, utilities, tools, and admin tabs. Let's go back to the User Groups screen to see those checkboxes. So I'll click Admin again and User Groups and go back to my sales group that I created before. So now I will explain these tab access rights checkboxes. Checking the box next to Databases gives the group access to the Databases tab where they can add, change, or delete contact and product information. If the Utilities box is checked, the group can access the Utilities tab where they can use the conversion calculator, generate reports, print shipping labels, and generate XML data files for Canadian Customs. If the Tools box is checked, the group has access to the Tools tab, where they can run the Data Exchange Manager, import and export contact and product databases, back up the database, delete blocks of shipments, lock and unlock shipments, and customize the documents. Checking the Admin box gives the group access to the screen where they can set the SQL database connection, set up the Data Exchange Manager, add signatures and logos, and create profiles, user groups, and user accounts. Anyone who has been granted user rights to the Admin tab will be able to create new user groups or modify existing user group settings at any time. So let's give this group access to the Databases tabs only. Click Save, and then repeat the process for as many user groups as you need. Then close the User Groups screen and click on User Accounts. You could have each user use the admin login, but that will limit the amount that each user can customize their settings, so it is better to create a user account for each user. To do so, click the Add New button, enter a username and password, and I will make this a username for Susan. Assign the user to a group, and I will assign her to the sales group, and then assign her a profile. Watch the profile settings video for more information on profiles. Now Susan will have the rights assigned to the sales group, and when Susan creates new shipments, her shipments will use the default profile. Also, any customizations made by Susan on the Tools tab will only affect her shipments. So now let's see this user account in action. So I'm going to save and close this screen. I'm going to go to the main menu. I'm logged in as admin, so I'm going to log out and log in as Susan. Now if we go to the Easy Start screen, we can see that the New and Copy buttons are active, but the AES, Compliance, and Delete buttons are grayed out, and that's because we didn't check those boxes on the Sales user group. Also, we can go to the Databases screen, but if we try to go to Utilities, or Tools, or Admin, we're told that we do not have sufficient privileges, and that's because we didn't check those boxes on the Sales user group screen. This concludes the user group and user accounts video. Thank you for watching.